Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say a mega thanks because on the video where it said like you're shopping wrong, that video, I got 61,000 views. That's insane. So many people responded. I gained so many subscribers in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It surpassed my dreams by far. When I just started this channel, I was like, how am I ever going to get 1,000 subscribers and especially 4,000 watch hours? It was really difficult, but in the last 2 months, it just went all the way up, got my monetization, and yeah, I'm super grateful, like super grateful. I didn't even get one negative comment. Everybody is so nice, so sweet. I love reading all the stories. I love seeing you like, oh, I love this channel, love your content. I'm binge watching. It's useful. People talking about their own clothes. It's just amazing. So let's keep this going and grow a community of women and men. Everybody's welcome. That support each other, and let's be a little bit more mindful, sustainable, and just think about our consumption. And that's what I want to talk about today, because lately I've been feeling that shopping urge and I need to scratch it. And I thought maybe it's a good time to just do a sit down video, very relaxed, and talk about what is this urge to shop? What can we do when we get this urge to shop, and make sure that we restrain ourselves and not go down that road. So right now, like I said in my last video, the weather in Holland has been really weird. It's almost this sort of transitional weather because it's not very sunny and warm. It's very windy, rainy, cloudy, and but not super cold, you know. It's 19, 20 degrees, but not beautiful outside. So you're not going to wear super summery linen dresses. But then again, I also can't wear sweaters or knitwear or stuff like that. It's still too warm for that. So it just makes getting dressed really difficult right now. And I feel like because of that, I get this urge to shop. Now, also, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. I'm not wishing away seasons, but I love autumn. I can't wait until it's September, October. It's my favorite time of the year. And in the middle of summer, I already start to search for some autumn winter pieces online. Can't help it, it's a hobby, it's a passion. But I've already seen a lot of nice things that I put on my wish list on Zalando. Obviously, I'm not going to buy all of those pieces because A, I can't afford it, B, I don't need it, and C, I don't want to spend all that money on clothes. However, I feel this urge to shop, and I don't want to because I'm trying to save a little bit more money. But so yes, I thought it could be very interesting to talk about this urge because I think everybody gets this. We're all human. Sometimes you just feel like I want to go on a shopping spree. I think it's good that we talk about this feeling. Why are we feeling this urge and how can we restrain ourselves? What can we do instead of shopping that gives us the same gratification, or at least maybe is something useful that we can do. So like I said, for me, why am I feeling this urge? I think for me, I thought someone was coming in. I think for me, it's very much because of this weather. It's difficult to get dressed. It's transitional, but then even more difficult. So that way it feels like I don't have a lot of stuff to wear. And then also because it's a little bit more transitional, those pieces are mostly in my attic upstairs because the wardrobe that I have now contains all my super summery stuff, because in the beginning it was really hot and then all of a sudden it turned. So I don't have a lot of pieces in my wardrobe right now that are suited to this weather. I could just go up to the attic and pick some pieces from there that I can add into my wardrobe, but then also I just want to save that for autumn because then I get really excited to see those pieces again. Also, a lot of the times it's boredom for me, definitely. If I don't have anything planned for the evening, let's say I go to work, I come home, I cook dinner, we eat with our family, and then after that I do nothing. It's just so easy to go sit on the couch, grab my phone and scroll and scroll and scroll. I can easily be on my phone for an hour just scrolling and searching through clothes. It's actually quite embarrassing when I say that out loud. But yeah, it's the reality. So boredom, seasons, for some people it might be insecurities or loneliness. Those are also things that can make you want to shop, or at least just search for a distraction from that problem that you are not facing. So find out, why am I feeling this urge? Do I actually need something? Because I'm missing it in my closet. I need this piece to, complete my closet, or is it just because of another reason? So I think it's important that you find that out first. So I want to share some things that I like to do when I feel this shopping urge, and that sort of scratches this itch of mine. Already spoken about Open Wardrobe 2 times before. I love that app. It's great. For me, it's so much fun because I can sort of shop my own wardrobe. I can, sorry, there was quite a big bumblebee outside of my window. It was like, I love that app. I can just look through my clothes and you can create outfits. So it's super fun for me. I just go and play with my own clothes, basically. I pick outfits and I just make nice looks. And that sort of just makes it a little bit easier for me, and I get that gratification of playing with clothes, basically. So Open Wardrobe is very useful to me. I really recommend it. And then the second thing I like to do is go outside. I love walking. Walking is my new hobby. Especially love to do it with my partner in the evenings. When we've been inside all day at work, we love to go for a walk. We love to go for a walk. It's outside, outdoors, fresh air. We're moving our bodies, not sitting on the couch like a bunch of potatoes. No shade. But walking, I love it. But also alone. I can walk for an hour and a half easily on my own. I will just put on some music or a podcast and I will go, and I think it's so satisfying. I can really reload myself. It's great. So, for me it's walks, but maybe for you it's some other kind of sport. Maybe you love fitness, maybe you love swimming, maybe you just want to do some exercises at home. That's something that I like to do as well because it's super cheap. I can just watch something on YouTube, do some exercise. I'm moving my body, I'm doing something else instead of shopping, and it's a great and healthy way to distract yourself. Also, reading books. I love reading books. I started this Seven Sisters series. I do it way too little. When I was younger, I read a lot, and I think it's just even nicer sometimes than watching a series or something, because you can really lose yourself in a book and really drift off. You're not looking at a screen. It's just very much back to basics for me. I think, I love reading a book and I have to do a lot more of it. And also you learn a lot from reading books, because I think these days their speech and their writing is really getting less and less because we're just not reading as much anymore and not writing ourselves. So reading books, find a genre that you love, or maybe even listen to podcasts if you don't want to read a physical book, or a listening book. What's it called? It's not a podcast. What do they call it? Well, you know what I mean. Just you can also listen to a book, if you don't want to read yourself, because that way you can do something. But I think that's the beauty of a physical book, because you can't do anything else. You're just you and the book and nothing else, and it's mega relaxing. Great to do. And also, what I think is really smart to do when you're wanting to shop, do the opposite. And I don't mean sell, but I feel if you feel like spending money, read and learn about not spending money and how to use money in a smart way. I'm naturally not this person, but money is quite a big driver for me. I don't know if that's bad or not, but money motivates me. When I worked at the hairdressers, I had quite a bad paycheck, and now that I'm working at the hospital, I already earn a lot better, but it just gives me so much more breathing room, so much less stress. I can also treat someone sometimes, so money is very motivating to me. I don't think you have to be a big, fan of economics or business or a huge commercial person to learn about money. I think this is very important for anyone. When you feel like shopping and spending, just take a step back from that and start learning about money. There are so many channels on YouTube that are very educational, that I've learned so much from, that really changed my habits. I love to watch Gabe build. He has a great channel, and it really motivates me and to get off my ass and just do something, you know. In one video he mentions, like, I have this rule for myself: when I consume, I also create. So when I go on Instagram, I also have to post. And I thought it was so clever, because he said, like, we consume so much, but how much do we put out there ourselves? How much do we create? So I'm just constantly taking in, but I'm not putting out. And that's also what really kicked my butt to start up this YouTube channel again, because I tried before but didn't go so well, and the second time it's done really well. But I was like, I have to create something. I can't just consume all day. I need to do something myself as well. And a few months ago, I didn't feel very amazing, because I had just changed jobs, which I loved, but the hairdressers were really creative and this job not so much. So I really missed that creative aspect in my life. And now with this YouTube channel, I can put my creativity in this. I can talk about my passion, something that I really stand for, and it just totally has lifted my mood. I feel so much happier. I just feel like I have a purpose again. I can be creative again. I have a goal. I have a hobby. It's something to do during the weekends and in the evenings. Yeah, really enjoying it. So he was basically the one that kickstarted. But I'm drifting off again. What I wanted to say, if you want to spend and shop, go educate yourself about money. Once you start, I think it's really interesting. You learn so much. I will link a few channels down below that I thought were really helpful. And there are so many books that you can read. I really want to buy this book, The Psychology, I'm just going to look it up. The Psychology of Money, that's the one, from Morgan Housel. I really want to buy that book. Bye. The only reason why I haven't bought that book yet is because I feel like shopping, and I thought if I'm going to buy a book now, then it's a little bit hypocrite, because I shouldn't buy educational books, self-motivation books. I have read quite a few of these books, and every time I finished one, I just feel so enriched, and I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge. I feel more secure. I feel great after reading those books. Especially Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Amazing book. It changed me a lot for the better. Try to not shop for clothes or pieces like that. But if you're going to buy something anyway, buy something educational, and if you can, make it about money, because that way you really don't want to shop, because you're starting to learn about saving, about investing, about, you know, keeping it in your pocket. Oh my God. Something that I really love to do when I just need something to keep me busy and keep me off my phone. I love to clean. I'm a cleanaholic. I can't help it. I know a lot of people hate it, but I love cleaning. And yesterday I decluttered my entire home. And when I say my entire home, like nightstands, drawer at the desk from my boyfriend's kid, bathroom drawer, kitchen drawers, cabinets, everything I decluttered. So I went through every drawer, every box, everything, and just looked like, okay, what is in here? Emptied it all, put it out in front of me, and like, what do I have here? What has to go? What can stay? And then also just clean those drawers and those boxes where it was in. And it's amazing. The entire house is so tidy right now. It gives me so much gratification. It's a hobby. Decluttering, I almost get sad when I don't have anything to declutter anymore, because it's so much fun for me. I feel like shopping and I need something to do. I go clean, I go tidy. And of course it's easy for me because I really like to do it. I know some people don't, but I think with us in our home, it's very easy because we don't have a bunch of stuff. It's already quite minimal. There's not a lot of home decor or things that I would have to pick up or reach, or so it's a very simple home to clean as well. And that's the way that we wanted to have it, because otherwise it just takes up so much time. And this way it can be really quick and easy. And staying on top of the decluttering also just makes it very practical for us to live in. We can easily find stuff again. We know what we have. There's nothing in here that doesn't get used. So I find it to be a very liberating feeling. And even though you may not like it, I would highly recommend just really doing a deep clean and a deep declutter of your home, because afterwards you will feel amazing. I can guarantee you that. Maybe you don't like the process if you're not a person for it, but afterwards it's always worth it. Definitely. So yeah, cleaning and tidying are a big one for me. And lastly, I think when you want to shop, just think ahead. What do I have the upcoming months? Do we have any parties, weddings, trips, birthdays, things that are going to cost you and you're not immediately thinking of? Because costs are just sneaking their way in month after month. And when I would spend a lot of money right now, let's say on a beautiful winter coat and a pair of jeans, it might cost me 250 euros. But we are going on a trip in September, next month. Do I really want to spend that 250 euros right now on clothes, or do I want to use that 250 euros when I go on my trip? So just think about the bigger picture, you know. Do I want to spend those 250 euros on clothes? Or do I want to spend those 250 euros maybe on a savings goal or on a beautiful trip or something really nice to do with your parent, sibling, friend, whatever, you know? If you don't really think very well about them, those clothes might be decluttered within a few years. But when you do a really fun activity, you will remember it forever. And also, just get your priorities straight, you know? If you need to fix your boiler, don't spend 250 euros on clothes. Go fix that boiler. Some things just need to be done right now. And if you're spending it on something else, you can't do that anymore, and know what your priorities are. And of course, if you really need something, by all means, go and buy that thing. But I think we all have this from time to time where we just feel like shopping, you know? We love fashion, it's fun, it can be a hobby, but it can also be a very expensive hobby. And sometimes you're not even noticing it. But I think if you would track your costs over the year, what you spent on clothes, you would be horrified. Me as well. I have this money app where I put all my expenses in and stuff, so I can exactly see what I spent in a month on every topic. And clothes this year has been a lot, you know. So yeah, don't think that I think that I'm perfect in this, or that I never spent money on things that I shouldn't. But that's why I'm making this video, because I am feeling that urge right now. I don't want to act on it, and I would love to be a motivation for you to also not spend it. So let's just keep that money into our pockets and use it for something that is much more needed, much more intentional, and will bring a lot more value to our lives. I hope this video was helpful to you. I would love to know, do you often get shopping urge or not? Are you really good with money or not so much? Do you struggle? Yeah, I'd love to know your own personal stories and what you do when you feel this urge. Do you do similar things to me, or do you have whole other ways to go about this? Yeah, I would love to know. And again, mega thanks for the excessive growth that I've seen in my channel. It's all because of you guys. If you're not here, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, I hope you know that I really honestly appreciate it, and I would love to see you in the next video. If you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. I read all the comments and I will definitely take ideas. So yes, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!